Hi guys, new year, new season. But before we start our episode for tonight, I would like to invite you all to join us on our webinar on Ayurveda for Radiant Skin this upcoming January 21, 2026, 5 p.m. Pacific time. So see you all there. And now we'll start our first episode for this season. Stay tuned. Hi, Dr. Usha. Happy holidays. Welcome to the VegetFit podcast again.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
Camille. And yeah, happy holidays to you too. And I'm happy that we are back again after a gap of a couple of years.
Yes. And we
Thank
can
you.
finally talk about skin.
Yes.
Yes. So today we are going to be talking about post-holiday skin reset with Doc Usha, who is, by the way, a scientist and an Ayurvedic practitioner. Yeah, for those who have not known Doc Usha, she's been with the VegetFit podcast for some years. I can't even remember. That's like 2023, right, Doc Usha? That's a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah, that's why I
years.
said a gap of like 2 years, more than 2 years. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. So, Doc Usha, for this year, it's holiday season, and then there's a lot of things that are going on. So, why do many people notice that their skin is acting up during and even continues after the holiday, even if they usually have healthy skin throughout the year?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. That's a great question, Camille. And again, thank you for thinking of me. I know it's been a gap of 2 years and you're always very busy doing a lot of things. And holiday is also a busy time, but still you made time to talk to me today. So I agree with you. Holidays are, though they're meant to leave us feeling very happy, refreshed, rested, but for many people, the first thing they'll notice in January is not going to be happy, but it's going to be the skin that's acting up. They either see breakouts, some people see dullness, sudden sensitivity. I think I hear a lot about that. Like my skin is so sensitive suddenly. And even people who usually have good skin start thinking, hey, what went wrong? So this is a good question that why does skin act up after holidays, even with people, even for people who have healthy skin? And honestly, I think it's understandable, I feel, why our skin acts up because during holidays, what happens is we get very busy, right? We have
Mhm.
family, we go out, or we are on traveling, we are young kids, older parents, are doing a lot of things, cooking, baking, all kinds of things and sweets, right?
Mm,
So our routines completely change. We're eating heavier foods, I think more sugar. Some of us are even consuming more alcohol. We're also sleeping late. We're either traveling or our stress levels are just going up. So even if we are having a lot of fun, but we kind of compromise on a lot of things. So from an Ayurvedic perspective, all of this weakens our digestion. So when our digestion is disturbed, toxins, which in Ayurveda is known as ama, starts
mm,
building up in the body. And the skin is one of the first places where the body tries to push that imbalance because it's also the way we can get rid of things. So the skin isn't just misbehaving. That's what we think, though. It's actually telling us something, it's communicating.
mm,
So when people are thinking, oh, my skin, I have a problem, it's actually, we need to go internal and think about our digestion, hormonal, or our lifestyle imbalance showing up on our face. And that's why throwing more products at
mm.
it at that time is rarely will solve the issue in a long term, right? So that's the answer I have for you.
Okay, so it's not just a one thing. It's not just the holiday, but because of everything that is happening on the holidays, that is really going past through it. So that's why the skin is acting up. So, Doc Usha, most people, as you said, they're just putting a lot of things. Like example, I have sensitive skin. Maybe I'm gonna use a certain soap. I'm gonna put
Mm.
some serums and all that. But on an Ayurvedic perspective, how can we heal the problems on the skin naturally so that we'll just not gonna cover up the with more products, but
Mhm.
long-term like relief of the skin problem that you face during holidays?
Yeah. Again, I think it's a very good question, not covering it up, not covering up the issues, right? And
Mm,
this is where I think Ayurveda is very different and very powerful. So,
mm,
like most skincare focuses on the surface, like creams, serums, treatments, while Ayurveda will go deeper. And the question Ayurveda will ask is, why is the skin inflamed? Why are you dry? Why are you breaking out in the first place? And that's what I ask a lot of people actually. So skin health is actually connected to digestion. We already talked about it. Liver
mm,
health, hormones, stress. And stress plays a huge role actually, and emotional balance, right? Are we happy? So instead of masking, we will gently correct what's inside. And first, we'll take a deep dive going inside, looking it up. Is the digestion wrong? How do we improve that? How do we reduce that inflammation, which is being just because of the digestion? So, when daily routines become more regular, hormones will calm down. The nervous system will support that, also get supported actually, because now your hormones are calming down, nervous system is calming down, emotionally you're much calmer, and the skin starts naturally to heal. So what I love about this approach is actually that
mm,
people actually will need fewer products,
mm,
not more. The glow will actually come back because the body is supported. They've taken care of their body, the internal body and the mind and the energies as well, right? The mind, body, and the consciousness. And it's not forced on you, but it's actually accepted gently, right? And that gentleness brings that calm.
wow. Gentleness brings the calm. So it's not just something that, well, I'm gonna apply something to make it work. We really have to dig deeper. So
Yes.
just a little question, Dr. Ishna. How do we know, like, if there's a digestive problem, if it's a liver problem, something? How do you do that as an Ayurvedic practitioner?
Of course, we ask a lot of questions, right?
Mm,
Because we take an deep internal questions about digestion and other flare-ups, and we
mm,
connect the dots. And in many cases, we can also, in for me, I also look at diagnostics, right? They can
mm,
bring me blood work. They can also look, if they've gone to a regular MD, they can tell me what has happened. I looked at their blood work as well,
mm,
or their skin. But many times, even skin can tell like
mm.
what's happening inside, right? So it can tell you about the liver health. So yeah, intake is also helpful in telling us what's happening, the sleep routine, the digestion routine,
Mm,
the bowel movements, all kinds of things. That's just how the skin looks,
mm.
if they have more pigmentation or breakouts. All of this they give clues. And we also take pulse, we look at tongue, a lot of things. So
The interesting one. The
yeah,
Surrasa
interesting.
diagnosis.
Yes,
I always find it interesting when they do the tongue and the pulse.
the tongue and the pulse, of
Yes,
course,
yes,
big,
yes.
big, big thing. Yeah. And what great changes have they made in their diet during
Mm,
the, say, the 2 weeks? What have they been
mm,
eating?
mm,
And in the past, what has happened if they ate that? Or a lot of things, gas, or if they have underlying other conditions which have been diagnosed. We will go deeper into everything and then tie the dots. But of course, we'll also look for, as a scientist, I also look for science, right? So I look for diagnostic reports, if they have already gone to the doctors previously, and what has been told, blood work, all that.
yeah.
So tying that whole thing together helps us diagnose, somewhat diagnose like what's happening with them. Yeah.
So that's the best way to heal the skin, guys. So for anyone, Doc Usha, for everyone who wants to have radiant skin for 2026 as maybe part of their goal, what can you
Yeah.
recommend?
Thank you. 2026 is around the corner, right? It's already end of the month. The first step is, oh, I have dry skin, I have breakouts. Just
Mm,
please don't go run to the market and buy more products. Or don't listen to your cousin or your friend out there today and buy more products, right? Because, like you said, if you have very sensitive skin, it's not going to help at all. And so, one thing I would do is pause and then think about resetting this whole thing.
mm,
I always tell people before adding, start by simplifying. Simple meals, you think like if you because you've been eating a lot of complicated complex, very nice tasting, good food. But
Mm.
now maybe it's a time to go backwards and say, let's go to a simple meal. Bring a routine, regular timing. Hydration. Many of us during the holidays don't drink enough water. So let's bring hydration into the equation. Sleep. I know myself, I'm not sleeping well, so I can imagine sleep goes away. I mean, we're not having that good sleep.
Mm.
And then a skin routine that actually suits your body, suits your energy. Of course, in Ayurveda, we say doshic energies, right? The innate
Mm.
constitution. So that something that actually suits your body, not following a trend. It'll very important. So in my skin, like when we talk about skin, I always guide everybody through this, exactly through this process. Say, why is your skin behaving the way it does? We talk about how digestion and stress actually silently affect your health, skin health. What everyday habits are actually damaging their skin and they do not realize it. Even I will not sometime, right? We do it. And how do we actually incorporate and integrate Ayurveda or Ayurvedic routine and actually stick to it? Because that's another important thing. So, most importantly, I want people to walk away empowered but not confused. I
Mm.
want them to understand their skin. And when you know your own skin, healing becomes much, much easier because now you're listening to your skin. Why
Mm.
is my skin saying something? And am I listening to it? Am I communicating with it?
Mm.
It's telling me something. So that is very important. So if you're listening and thinking, and you tell yourself, hey, this makes sense, and but I don't know where to start. So that's exactly where I am. I will be
Yes.
happy to help you. And if you're ready to do this, I say tell people, that is, if you're ready to reset your skin gently after the holidays and start with some clarity and confidence, come talk to me. I'm here, right?
Mm.
And I'm Dr. Usha, the Ayurveda practitioner. I'm a wellness educator.
Mm.
I have a company called Surrasa.com. We
Yeah.
make skincare and wellness products. So my goal is to make Ayurveda that practical, simple, and relevant to us all in this modern day and age, especially when it comes to our skin health and digestive and hormonal and all those health, because it all reflects in our skin. So people who have they tried their quick fixes and they're not happy, but they want skin that feels calm, balanced, and sustainable, I think this is a good place to be because it's a good place to start.
Yes. And by the way, Dakusha, I've just noticed your skin is glowing.
Oh,
And
my
it's the
skin is great.
holidays.
It's a
It's the
holidays.
holidays, only holidays, guys. So we really have to look inward, becoming self-aware, and listen to our body
Absolutely.
and simplify our life.
Simple. Simple is always the best.
So, Dokusha, we actually have a webinar coming up. So, Dokusha,
Yeah.
please invite them all.
Yeah. Please, everybody, like I've already invited everybody. I would love to go deeper into these things, talk
Mm.
about, like, I know Camille will have a list of questions for me, so we
Mhm.
will try to dig deeper. And yeah, love everybody, each and everyone to come join us in our webinar. Bring your questions. I'll happy to answer as many as I can.
Mm.
And love to meet you all
Yeah, so Ayurveda for radiant skin, guys. So, see you.
after
Yeah.
the holidays. Happy
After the
holidays.
holidays. Happy holidays, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.